Star. We had some technical difficulties in the last round. My computer kind of gave up on me, but we're back here for the finals of our DMG Fearsome Rivals credit tournament, basically. So cash entry and cash
Yeah, I'm playing
prizing
Lucifer. Sorry.
or TCG.
What are
TCG
you?
prizing.
I can't.
TCG store
What are
credit.
you?
Sorry. I'm actually here with another teammate.
Namaku? Okay.
Bobby had to go and handle some family stuff, but I'm now here with Raymond Sierra to commentate on the finals with
Oh,
me.
don't worry about
So,
it, dude.
you want to say hi to the people?
How's it going, people?
And yeah, thanks for being here, man. And sorry, you guys, whoever's here tuning in. I know it's gonna take some of you a while to kind of tune back in, but
Sleeps.
hold on, I gotta tell Adam to turn his camera. Okay. 1 second.
Help.
Don't worry, guys. I'll have him fix his camera in a bit.
You're gonna want to know.
And yeah, so we're in the finals. It's
the spirit boosting.
Namaku versus Lucifer. So we get a new deck in the finals, which is interesting. You guys saw Lucifer early round 1, and here he is in the finals.
It's
so
just like Android 21.
See if he can take the whole thing home. I know, Raymond, you know a lot about the Namaku deck, right? So it'd be a little bit easier for you to kind of talk about that side of things. I mean, I know it too, but just I kind of understand a little bit Lucifer just because we had to go over it in round 1. But so, and I know you love green.
Yeah, green's a really good color.
Good to me. Oh, whoops! Could add that card.
This might be more leaning into Lucifer's favor. I don't know his all the cards, but Namaku really relies on their unison. Markers will run out. It's gonna be rough from there, but we'll see. You know, side decking, player choices, gameplay, all that.
What
make the difference here?
Yours is too.
Hold on.
I found the 2 cards. There we go. Now we're good.
Let me know if the mic's good.
I'm done. Woo!
Okay, sorry. We were just trying to get him to fix his camera.
High roll. Yeah, you were good. 10.
Yeah, it's good.
I'll go first.
Let me mute them now. You don't need to hear them. Where am I?
That's good with me.
Mute. All right, so we're in the finals. Hopefully people are back here watching again. If anyone's here, I do apologize. Just we had some technical difficulties, but we should be good now. So thank you for being here, and here's to a good finals. They're pre-siding right now, so I guess while they're doing that, I do want to say thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you guys just, being a part of the community. And we're just trying to do what we can to kind of be a part of the community, right? That we all want to just see kind of thrive and succeed. And for a game that we all love, try and do these tournaments for everyone. These special type of events. Just so we can kind of use that cardboard that we have and spend so much money on and not have to rely on Bandai. But looks like we're getting into things here. Again, Lucifer so unison.deck. The same man is really strong in the deck, has really good synergy with the unison to kind of recycle itself, replay itself. He just places the extra, goes about very simple turn 1, can lead his Z charges, and then gets to set up his Z extra.
Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, no, not needing a combo step there.
Right, being able to do that without a combo step for sure. Oh my, it's destroyed.
This matchup might go pretty fast. There is dormant in the game, but
I don't know, right? Because it's still green, dormant.deck versus dormant.deck. So it just, but I mean, they both have really big swings into that dormant. So, like, you could bait that dormant swing. I will say Nameku relying on a unison against Lucifer, which already wants you to have that unison and can spirit boost it and kind of take him off his unison, which is a big part of Nameku's strategy, is having that Bardock, on the field so it can draw and do what it wants to do with that. So it might be a counter. Lucifer might be a good counter to the unison strategy overall. Lucifer, all right, take it down to 6. Good thing, places unison. Again, his unison's really strong, right? If they swing at it, she has a permanent. You can bounce a card from under it to your hand instead of losing that marker if a marker would be removed. So it kind of puts your opponent in that, do I swing at it, give you a card here type of a situation, and you kind of have to swing at it 3 times at that point of 2 markers, right? So you kind of are less incentivized to kind of swing at it. Yeah, we're back,
sure.
bro. We're back, Silver Dollar. Thank you. Sorry about that, man. Just technical difficulties, but we're back in the finals. So here's still a good one.
So again, fairly dormant, but they could stop a turn here, right? Nice and easy, but we'll see. Because he went unison immediately. It doesn't seem
Right. I know what. I don't think the people know what SCR Adams on. I don't think Klinger does. So the surprise factor there, I'll let it be a surprise for you guys. It's definitely a spicy pick. We'll see if that comes up in the matchup. For those that you were watching before the technical difficulties, Adam was, you saw he was playing against Big Iron Broly, and clearly he's in the finals, so he was able to pull that game away. In case anyone was curious, this is, the last undefeated. So.
Oh, this is tricky. I don't know if he used the plus on the unison yet, but kind of got hit by the SGR. Move one energy up.
I don't think this deck plays. I don't think the deck plays SGR just because Lucifer wants you. It gives you a unison. It wants you to have that unison, right? It needs it on the board for it to spirit boost. So it doesn't really want to just get rid of your unison that way. It wants to utilize that unison for its own deck's effects, being able to spirit boost with your opponent's unison. So I don't think he kind of had to worry about the Gohan rare there, but there are things that he could do, activate battle to knock a marker off, I guess. But and this TN, you can combo with a 5 cost with this skills negated, activate battle, and it also has barrier. I believe the turn barrier, it's blocker and it gains barrier. I believe for the turn, it's for a turn cycle. The Z extra, if you guys don't know, if your opponent's at 3 or more life, you can burn them a life. But Big Iron Bird lost to Nameku. Yeah, it did. It did. Since you guys couldn't see the game, I do know how it ended. Basically Big Iron Broly played SCR early, Gogeta on 3, and got like 8-9 markers. And Adam was able to survive that turn, kind of staying at 4 life, probably, thanks to floodgates, obviously. And then Adam used his SCR, which I'm not going to tell you yet, to basically win the game on turn 4. So no spoilers here. And a better ending than Stranger Things. So. Too soon? My bad. There's the dormant. There's it. First dormant of the game. And you can see Klinger charged one of his dormants, so he's not trying to play dormant every turn. But Spirit Boost. And I will. So the one issue with Lucifer is that it cannot interact with the unison if it has one marker on it, which is interesting, right? In this matchup because of Bardock, you know, you get it to one, and he kind of wants to reset that unison. We saw that in another game where he swung at his own unison that he had given his opponent just so he can replay a new one to refresh the markers on it so he can keep doing the Spirit Boost shenanigans.
That's rough. You have to use the marker there to negate. Definitely wanted to save it for another turn. You know, you spent 2 for the unison.
I mean, you kind of have to there, right? Because like, if the thing is, if Klinger kills the unison, he gets to then give him a new one and then do some more thing, keep his turn going and Spirit Boost. So it's kind of, don't let that unison die that turn if possible.
That's a tough part when you're at like, is he at 6?
Yeah, he's at 6 life here.
I was gonna say he was at
5.
5. Get token negate. Save the marker. Okay, here comes another negate.
Well, yeah, another Bowman negate versus a Skillidarity. So typical Nameku line, right? Play unison on 2, play Skillidarity on 3, and dormant, and then do it again. So.
Oh, nice. Decided in some hand control. Because you know that solidarity's coming.
Yep, little anti-hand control. Redraw Vegeta's. If this card's picked, play it, draw a card. So, really good against Solidarity. Lose no value there. He negates the swing with the Boma, which is obviously clearly a counterattack. So, I would say Nameku over time with all these generic green cards and some of these TPs, it definitely got, some new tools to play with. Like that 6-drop Goku is really, really strong in the deck. That is an interesting card. So I'm referring to the Goku that's on Klinger's board that he's about to warp, but that's a really good card in Nameku because it has that blocker to be able to restand the 4-drop on it and takes away your opponent's Z and all that good stuff. But he's playing the 5-drop Overrealm Bardock, and when it's played, you warp all of your opponent's 6 or higher, which is an interesting tech. I don't know if he main boards that or if he decided it in for the matchup just because it's green. Most likely sides it.
He plays the counterattack Piccolo. This card's super good. It's gonna let him.
Yeah, K's the 5 ladder.
Negates the attack, and I pick the Goku here, unfortunately.
Yeah, but he'll trade, right? It's like for Klinger, it's probably worth the trade. Get rid of that very strong Goku at a cost of, if you look at his board, very negligible cards, right? 4 drop that a 1 drop in Piccolo that already got its value for countering. So, but it seems
Piccolo did a lot. Saved them a life. Saved them probably 2 life. Killed the Unison.
right.
Did like 3 things in one go.
So, oh. Yeah, so he opts to kill the Piccolo here. And he's still swinging, gets leader swing. 20k swing. I guess he already did his activate battle to draw.
Did it on the Unison swing. Klinger's fine going to 3.
Yeah, Klinger's at 3, and he's sitting pretty at 6. He's probably he stepped out, right, with no Unison on the board. And this is an interesting matchup, right, where you can't you want to give him a Unison, but then you give him a Unison here, and you turn on the dormant. So that's it's like, but then you need the Unison. I mean, you can kind of play around it in a sense, give him the Unison, Spirit Boost off of it, put it to 1. Or no, because once you give him the Unison, he has a Unison. So that's actually, he's going to straight for the Cell Max while he's tapped out. Interesting.
That's a 6, or he cannot clones. So
he cannot clone
straight.
Yep.
He wants to put him straight
There he
to
is,
2
just
here.
slamming it. I mean, if you look at Adam, right, and you look at Adam's hand, he doesn't have a lot in hand, right? He's not. I mean, maybe he can't super here. He can't clones. I guess if he has the uneasing.
Yeah,
and there's the
uneasing.
Yep. But it's still a -3, right, at that point. So.
Nah, it's just 2.
I thought it was pitched
Hey,
2 to floodgate. Oh, he can't floodgate, right? Unless he's at 4 less. Correct.
And that's even more tragic because now he doesn't even have.
And now Clayton could still go about his day, and he could still swing, and still now he has to worry. Adam has to worry about the Cell Max still, so he could still swing here. 1 energy play and swings leader. Could play maybe his own Skilladary or so. That's very interesting for Klinger to just slam the Cell Max there. I guess maybe he was just, let me put my opponent on having it and go from there. And if he has it, he has it. Put him on having the negate. Well, it's green. They always have the negate. They always have at least 1 uneven.
It was a really good opportunity for sure. It's also like now that Cell Max is here early, he can poppy as no board life. This is the best time to kill it.
Yeah, right. So he needs to. That's an interesting super. That super, what we haven't seen in a while. You super combo, and at the end of it, you can play blocker. Or no, I think when you combo, you play a blocker. Correct? It's like at the same time.
Yeah.
Not at the end of battle.
Yeah.
Which is really strong. I need to be my hero. Can't live my life. They're just going over right now what Lucifer does.
This is rough. It looks like Adam has like 6 cards, like 5 or 6 cards in hand. This is only Klinger's turn 4.
Right. It's, even if Klinger doesn't kill him this turn, which he won't, it's how much can Adam really do next turn. But again, it's green, right? And Klinger's at 3. So green only is a go tall dot deck. They only really needs to do X amount of things per turn. So it only does so much in a turn, right? Where it's going to play a big guy. Maybe Adam would just slam. She just shuffled his hand, and you could see another solidarity in there. So probably going to be a big part of his turn, even into a dormant, which is a great swing into dormant, right? The neg, and it doesn't negate, and also they're going to neg 2 for the dormant and then 1 for the skillidarity. So any pass, he just passes the turn there. He's going to leave up 2 for defense, and so you guys can't hear him, but Klinger was saying that that token negate was actually really clutch. I guess he had a way to line him up for killing him. I think the Lucifer's double strike. So I think he probably was gonna, double strike him to 3, and then he could use the Z extra to put him from 3 to 2, and then I guess he had a way to kill him. Obviously, he could pop sub max, but I guess at that point he had a way to line up the kill shot, but the homicidal clones stop that strategy just by allowing him to stay at 4 life, which I guess messes up that math a bit. He came back.
Namiko is good. It's consistent. It's like the green or into, but it's just gonna do the same thing every turn. 20 years, 21 guy.
Correct.
I think it was stronger though against most other green decks. They just do a little more.
But this is about, we're at the last couple turns here, right? So if the game doesn't end in this turn for Adam, it's probably going to end on Klinger's turn. I would like to say if Klinger gets another turn that he would win the game here, just because of how his deck is being able to burn, kind of has the double cell max. So no matter what, Adam's going to go to 3 here if that cell max ever dies. Here's that Together on a Nimbus, really, really strong card. We saw it round 1. He can choose one of his Earthlings and one of he would have to choose a Saiyan, unfortunately. So it doesn't work with against that Piccolo, but he can.
He's just saving it for later, protecting his
No,
guy.
he kind of made a mistake there. I think he was trying to warp the Piccolo, but it's not a Saiyan. Together Nimbus reads you can warp one of your Earthlings and you can draw a card, or one of your Earthlings and one of your opponent's Saiyans, and then they come back on a turn at the end of the turn. But unfortunately, Piccolo is not a Saiyan. So even though he is Gohan's dad, he is not a Saiyan.
Well, at least he got his boss monster out the way, so can't be popped this turn.
Yeah, he gets to let the Lucifer bridge, right? Like it's a misplay, but at least you get your Lucifer back, which is a big part of his strategy to try to win. And the homicidal messed that up, so surely it's going to have an impact as well coming back, being able to bridge the turn. But Klinger needs to worry about bridging the turn, right? He needs to worry about getting there first before worrying about what's he going to do next turn. Ten in hand for Adam. He super comboed on this.
He built up. He built up pretty fast.
Yeah. He comboed here, so he really wants this damage to go through. Klinger's considering comboing out. It's like I think 41. He said. I don't. See what happens here. See why Adam's trying to force this to 2 situation. Looks like Klinger's just not going to take that chance and just try to combo out here. He's tapped out now. Playing this guy, barrier blocker, and can combo for free. Skills negated. So let's see if that barrier blocker might help any of that kill potential. And he goes in one more, another super, just digging now, and bingo, bango, bongo. So he's 10 short here. See, clearly he's going to commit to countering out It doesn't look like he has another super in hand, or he would have just slammed it by now. So 2 real cards from hand now. Just staying at 3, not taking a chance. Doesn't know what SCR, excuse me, Adam is on. He doesn't want to find out the hard way. It is green, so like, how much can? I mean, there's a world where Adam could have used that with that 1. If Klinger goes to 2, he can play the Broly from the Z, popping that Piccolo, and then getting that double strike swing in and dumping on that double strike swing. So it is smart of Klinger to not go to 2 here, just to not have to worry about any weird dumps that might come from it. And Klinger has 6 cards in hand. Adam has 10 still. Bingo, bango, bongo. Oh, well, he went to 2, and he said he's like, oh, you activated my trap card, and he's like, no, just pass. So I think he did want him to go to 2, but it came a little bit too late in that turn. So he gets his Lucifer back. He has the Cell Max, and he's at 4. He basically has double burn here, no matter what. So he can put his opponent to 2 with just what's showing on board uninteractable. And there's another Lucifer double striker guy. So he can put him to 2, swing with 2, and dump. He can put his opponent to 2, swing at his opponent. He goes to 2, can put him to 1. He has a couple lines here. It's kind of a matter of which route he wants to take. Looks like he's just going to go for the swinging and try to probably bait out a negate. Okay, no, he's not going to swing. I lied. So he's just going to straight go for the crit. Right, Raymond, you see this, not playing around, just and then just swing for the double, and then see if he can tax him for some cards here. And he can't go to 1, goes to 1, he loses. So this is the dormant, and it's not going to negate the Lucifer's double strike swing. So it's interesting, right? Do you dump here? Do you
You make it.
make it? You hurt, right?
You
You make
make
it
it
hurt,
decent, like 50. You make it hurt, like 55 is a great number.
right?
Or let's see. See what he does.
He has like 8 cards in hand. One of them has to be a negate, right? So you really don't even know if you get a second swing here. So I think you make this one hurt. You just know if he goes to 1, he loses the game. So you probably just do dump on this swing, because what's the difference between this swing and swinging on another? And the other swing's not guaranteed.
Wow.
So Spirit Boost here, where use the TN's effect, just dump everything. Yep, there it is. If he could, he'd combo the Cell Max, but that goes against what he's trying to do. Boom, and just see how high you can get, and hopefully Adam can get there. There it is. Just boom, boom. I don't know what that math is, but I'll see if I can hear it to tell you guys.
90 double.
They're at 90 double right now.
Massive.
And we saw this in round 1. Same situation, right? Cell Max, put your opponent to 1, kind of try to checkmate them and dump on that swing there. So, and the difference here is he has another swing with Cell Max. So, technically speaking, if Adam doesn't have a negate, he can still try to win here with the Cell Max swing, not using the effect. But
There isn't that many power effects in green, and especially if you're tapped out. But yeah, it's a hard combo. Wow.
And there it is. There it is. So he dumps, and he cannot get out of the dump. And then he plays the Piccolo, which the long and short of the Piccolo is you can KO one of your battle cards, which then triggers some max that says when he's KO'd, wipe the board and burn your opponent 1 life. So it's akin to that Bojack Z extra or Z battle that they would use in green to pop the cell max. But basically what he's doing, and you can see that strategy, is using the Z extra to get your opponent from 3 to 2, and then dumping on that 3 to 2 life. They can't token negate because they can't go to 1 or they lose the game anyway. So definitely shout out. Congrats to Klinger. Wins the whole event with Lucifer, which is surprising, but is also a new deck. So cool to see. I'm glad that we can all be a part of that and kind of see that transpire the way that it did.
Yeah, great player, great game. It's one of those type advantage. Like Adam did a great job defending and playing.
You're absolutely right. You could just go.
Killing.
Love you.
But-
Good night.
And you guys didn't get to see Adam.
So many tools.
Right. Too many tools. But you didn't get to see his SCR, but he's actually playing baby SCR. So that's how he beat Big Iron Broly, actually, after getting the Gogeta on 4 or 3. On his turn 4, he just played baby SCR, hit everything, burned him for life, and killed him that way. So it'd have been cool to see how the baby SCR would have interacted with Klinger's board, but luckily for Klinger, he was able to kind of get there before he had to worry about it. So congrats to Klinger, man. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to everybody that watched and played, and anyone who watches this stuff back. Appreciate all of you guys for being here and being a part of this. Yep. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Later.